Hi, this is Nemesis, and this is my final review for the Chaos and Velocitron set. This is, of course, the leader class Quickswitch, who is a repaint of 6-Shot. And because of that, and I just recently reviewed 6-Shot, I'm not going to be focusing super hard on the transformation and whatnot, so it's identical to 6-Shot in engineering and mold and everything. It's just the difference here would be paint and the Titan Master itself. So if you want to see like my more in-depth look for this mold, you should check out my 6-Shot review. It'll be appearing right about here and now. So anyway, yeah, this is Quickswitch, and well, the obvious difference is the sheer amount of green on him. He's mostly greens, whites, and reds with some touches of yellow here and there and some gray. But that is his general color scheme, much like the original G1 toy, which I've never had and I probably won't have. And whatnot, I don't really care that much. So there's that. Of course, his Titan Master here is, well, it's a little dude who, well, the thing is, he is unpainted on the front except for his horse's head, the head for the big guy. And yeah, it's just green and red, but there is some molded detail, so if you're looking to do some paintwork yourself, there's already some guideline there to have where to put the paint. So yeah, it's the Titan Master. Unfortunately, he's unnamed, so there's that. But I mean, this is his, of course, this is Quickswitch's tank mode, so to speak. Of course, just like before, it's still like a tank because we say it's a tank. It just kind of looks like a robot lying down, his legs folded over, so there's that. I mean, it looks nice. The color scheme isn't too abrasive or anything. Just, it's nice kind of seeing the predominantly green. I do kind of think there should be some breakup, particularly for here in the wings. I feel like there should be at least some breakup of some sort. I'm not sure what, but there's some. These are the legs, or the guns, I should say, are nicely broken up between the different colors and whatnot. So there's that. Yeah. And of course, here's the jet mode, which again is probably the best mode in the whole set besides the robot mode. Yep. So again, it's the same as before, same with the head sticking out if you want to put the Titan Master in the cockpit and whatnot. The big thing is just kind of more breakup of color here just because of the different paint apps for this guy versus, here on a 6-Shot, it's just straight up black for the most part, where here there's some breakup between the green and the gray here, and there's also this nice little blue detailing here on the nose. The big thing for me, of course, is for some reason the nose will not peg together right, and I can't not get it to work. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. There are some nice, just red fins and whatnot. So again, color layout is actually pretty good. The big thing here, the cockpit windows are not painted for the jet cockpit. They're just all sheer white. So that's a little unfortunate. Little tiny Autobot symbols and whatnot on the wings, plus on the cockpit, or Autobot symbols on the wings and whatnot. So, and the red gun. So it's, again, it's a nice looking jet. It's unfortunately marred, but just this, for whatever reason, this just doesn't want to peg together. Which, it's disappointing, but what can you do, really? Except complain. So there's the jet mode. I mean, it's still good, but again, yeah, it's a thing. And of course, here's the APC mode, or car mode, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, again, it rolls real nice. Again, color breakups. The thing is here inside of this part right here is green, unlike the 6-Shot, which it's entirely white. And I'm pretty sure I forgot in my 6-Shot review to actually flip this part up, and I'm pretty sure most people forget that part. But yeah, it's still, I mean, it's very white on the front, green on the back for the most part, with some highlighting here and there. There are some stickers here, which I haven't mentioned yet, but the thing is, on mine, let's see if that one, unfortunately, is kind of wrinkled up, and there's not much I can do about it. It just kind of was wrinkled from out of the box, and that stinks. I'm a little disappointed with that. But yeah, otherwise it's just kind of. Oh, this is something I should bring up. Compared to 6-Shot though, this is one thing he does have painted hubcaps versus 6-Shot, which is just all black. So there's that. So again, that premium box set paint job is kind of showing through. And the yellow painted I guess, front of the cockpit here, which is nice. So yeah, it's just, that's his big selling point over Six Shot, is just he's got more of a premium paint job overall, I think, except for just a couple weird spots here and there where it's just like, what? Where they kind of skimped, I guess. So there's that. And again, just kind of looking up there, mostly, mostly green, mostly white, some little details like blue, yellow, some white breakup. But yeah, it's still that sort of thing. And of course, here's the wolf mode. Yeah, there's a wolf mode. Again, red face and stuff. The little detailing here, like red and green right here, which is kind of nice. It helps, I guess, match up with the Titan Master sitting in there in the head and the neck. So there's that. But red, yellow eyes. I kind of like the yellow eyes. They kind of really pop off the red head there. And yeah, it's again just it's the wolf mode. Same exact wolf mode. Just different colors and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, it's still kind of goofy in a sense, but it's always been goofy. So, yeah, I mean, it looks okay. Position the wolf legs however you want. Still the same posability with all that stuff. Paws and whatnot. There was one thing is the paws are the same color as the forearms, unlike Six Shot, where these were black and these were white. So there's, it is what it is. But and then there's this sticker detail up here. But yeah, it's kind of nice looking. Just that's the thing. It's straight repaint of Six Shot. So there really isn't a whole lot to talk about that didn't already do so as such. So there's that. I will say that this is kind of weird because you see this blue thing just hanging off his neck. So it looks a little odd. Yeah, I think that stands out more than it does on Six Shots, where it was just white and with black windows, or black tinted windows, I should say. So there's that. Oh, one thing I should mention, I didn't mention this earlier, but the instructions are weird in that they start off with the tank mode, which is weird because when it's in the box, it's packed in its APC car mode thing. So it's kind of odd. You kind of have to start from the middle of the directions if you want to have any success with transforming this guy if you don't know what you're doing. Anyway, moving on. Here is the boat mode. The submarine mode. I think the original Quickswitch had a boat mode, so that's the thing. But yeah, of course, it's the quote unquote submarine mode, and of course, as we all know, once again, we really know the real mode here. And I always found it interesting, this part you do not collapse down, so you still have the legs exposed, and it's kind of an odd choice in my opinion. But yeah, it's just kind of odd looking, the colors and whatnot, again, just kind of really make it pop versus Six Shot, which is predominantly, it has some more predominant colors, but yeah, some of the color, because of the color layout, it kind of pops a bit, so that's kind of one thing it has going for it. But otherwise, it's again identical, except although because of the coloring of the wolf head and whatnot, it's more obvious, it more stands out more, I think, than it does on Six Shot. So there's that. And of course, finally, here he is in his robot mode. And yeah, again, he looks like a repainted Six Shot. So, yeah, I mean, the thing was, the renders showed him with a different helmet. He has Six Shot's helmet, unfortunately. So that one big difference one difference he would have had is no longer a thing, which is unfortunate, but not much you can really do about it, except, well, unless you're really good with modification and whatnot, or someone else comes up with a new helmet for him, whatever. But it looks like a repainted Six Shot. Again, an Autobot sticker right there. This little, I guess, detail sticker is on his side, which Six Shot lacks. This is all white here instead of, breaking up black. So, different colors here. You got greens, whites, reds, grays, yellow face, bright yellow face, which pops really well with it, of course. Blue eye and blue eyes. The thing is, those said blue eyes are kind of have a tendency to get hidden by the helmet a little bit, depending on the angle you're looking at it. But articulation is the same as Six Shots as well. Just swivel head. Thanks to the platform, it can look up and down a little bit. Raise this up a little bit. Okay. And, well, he's got shoulders. Shoulders go forward and back, outward a little bit, and I guess you can move the stock out a little bit if you need just a little bit more. Bicep swivels, elbows, wrists can do that. Can't really move side to side though. No waist because of transformation. Ratchet hips, so they can go forward all the way. They can go back about that far before they hit the molding. They can go outward all the way. Thigh swivel, knee can go back 90 degrees. I guess you can kind of use that as a faux double knee joint, but though that doesn't look great in my opinion. And there's ankle articulation. I'll go again, still the 2 clicks instead of loose or anything. There's this toe and the heel, which can both help a lot with posing. And unfortunately, it still has the problem of loose knees, which have a tendency to go forward when you're not really expecting it to. So yeah, articulation-wise, exactly the same. Same exact problems, no improvements or anything. Yeah, it's the exact same problem Stick Shot does that regard. Some people, of course, tried to start, I guess, differentiate him from Stick Shot, doing things like, hiding the chest wings or whatnot, just to help differentiate him. I've seen that suggested on TFW. Just kind of do that, or change the orientation of those, change how the wings look, just to help, I guess, make him look a bit different from Stick Shot, because that's the thing. I mean, he is Stick Shot. I mean, there is no molding difference between the two. And that's kind of the unfortunate part. Thing is, for me, I personally prefer Stick Shot. I mean, you can see there, he has silver detail here, or he has silver detail on his knees and stuff versus him having the painted, and his silver detail on his ankles versus nothing there. But he has red toes and whatnot versus him not, just black toes. I'm trying to get that corrected one-handed. That's hard. Different. Like, he has stickers on his chest. He only has the Autobot symbol, but he has stickers on his shoulders versus him not. There's different paint apps for the most part. I don't think, honestly, the more I think about it, the more I think this doesn't really have premium paint so much as just different paint. So it kind of comes down to that. It's like, for me, Stick Shot is the better option just because I prefer Stick Shot. I have more of an attachment to Stick Shot because of my childhood. So I prefer him, plus he's easier to get. Compared to Quickswitch, you have to go get a box set and whatnot, which, if you're already planning on getting the box set anyway for whatever reason, just, because you want the other figures or whatever, he's fine option. But he's not my preferred of the two. The two, I definitely prefer Stick Shot. So, I mean, Quickswitch is still good mold. Either which way, it's still great mold in my opinion, so you're fine either way. But, I mean, he's just pretty much a straight up repaint of Stick Shot. There is no molding difference except for the Titan Master. So, I guess that's Quickswitch. My final part. Overall, the box set is awesome. But Quickswitch for me is just my personal disappointment because I really had no desire to have him in the first place. So there's that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. And tune in for future reviews and whatnot. So see ya.